First Steam, now itch.io. This is getting really bad, and I think this is really going to start something. I mean, people are really going to start speaking out against this because this cannot continue. It's very clear that payment processors now have a gigantic amount of control, and I guess this whole time they have had that amount of control, but they've never really exercised it. Now, we don't actually know if they are exercising it or if it's these other companies that are trying to prevent them from exercising it in the first place. Now, what exactly am I actually talking about here? Well, you see, about a week ago, Steam came out and said that they are going to ban a bunch of adult content, a lot of very extra NSFW content, without really giving a clear example. But a lot of people put two and two together because you see there is this group in Australia called Collective Shout. They gave this open letter to payment processors that we will, boycott you if you are supporting any game content distribution with a lot of these nefarious forms of content in it. So that was kind of linked to this group. Now, more on that in a bit, but you see, I thought it was just going to be Steam and that's it. No, that is not the case. Now, another huge digital distributor has done the same thing. This is coming from itch.io, as I said. So this was just posted today, just a few hours ago. This is update on our not safe for work content. This is just very surreal, honestly, because I've always thought of itch.io, in my limited knowledge of it, admittedly, but I've always thought of it as kind of the Wild West. It will allow a lot more things on there than something like Steam will, but no, they have caved for this same reason. But the difference here is that they are saying exactly why they have caved. So they do say that this is due to the payment processors. Now, what's interesting about this is that we kind of assumed with the Steam thing that they were preemptively taking this measure to avoid any problems with the payment processors, like the payment processors never actually told them to remove this content. But you see in this second paragraph, Itch actually does say that recently we came under scrutiny from our payment processors regarding the nature of some content hosted on itch.io. And not only that, but it also specifically calls out Collective Shout. I guess calls out isn't really the right word. I don't think they're trying to wage war on them necessarily, but they do specifically say their name, and they say that they had launched a campaign against Steam and itch.io, and so it's assumed that this kind of started that whole thing. So they say that this put them in a very bad position, and in that second paragraph there, they say, we are currently conducting a comprehensive audit of content to ensure we can meet the requirements of our payment processors. So they've gotten rid of a bunch of content, and of that content, they say pages will remain de-indexed as we complete our review. Once the review is complete, we will introduce new compliance measures. So there is going to be a huge review process, but it says part of this review will see some pages being permanently removed from itch.io. So this is not just temporary for some of these games or other forms of content. And that's kind of it. They say that they will post a follow-up on their blog if the situation changes. It is very scary that this much power is, I won't even really say in the hands of payment processors. It is in the hands of people who work for the payment processors who are scared enough to let a protest group from Australia sway them in the direction of banning a whole bunch of content. It's crazy that they didn't think that there was going to be, well, at least I don't think they thought that there was going to be this much of a pushback, but yeah, I think we're going to really start to see this because people are not happy. I am seeing some people saying that their content was removed from Itch and, it is a lot of their income, so this is a huge deal for them. It's such a lame take to say that this is just a W for the good well-being of the world. No, this is just censorship for the case of censorship. This is just, I don't know. It's blatantly stupid and whiny bullcrap from a group that just can't fathom the fact that there's content out there of any kind that they do not agree with. It is ridiculous. Now, I can't find a Wikipedia page or a huge rundown of anything that talks about Collective Shout, but I did find this. This is the Wikipedia page for a Melinda Tankard-Reist. Apparently, she is the person that started this Collective Shout group. They have done many things, it looks like. They are apparently best known for leading a successful campaign to block artist Tyler, the Creator, from touring in Australia due to lyrics considered misogynistic. Thank God. Yeah, Tyler, the Creator is probably the worst threat to the well-being of this world. Thank God they came in and saved us all, or at least they saved Australia. This also isn't the first time, it looks like, that they have done this with a video game. It looks like they did this same song and dance with GTA 5 11 years ago. They described GTA 5 as a, quote, video game that encourages players to brutally end the lives of women for entertainment. entertainment. Yeah, I think I missed the mission that encouraged you to do that. Yeah. Must have missed that one. It got the game banned from Target and Kmart for that year in Australia. Yeah, this is just, I think this has reached a boiling point. I think this is getting to the point where this is going to actually work in reverse for these payment processors. As with all things, as with all companies, really, their main objective, their main focus is money. That's all they want to do at the end of the day. Like, I'm not saying that to say that all companies are, evil. They're ran by cartoon villains. I'm also not saying they're the greatest people ever. They're all just neutral. They don't really have morals, good or bad. All they want to do is make money. That's what I'm saying. So the only reason Visa and Mastercard and Steam and Itch are all doing this is because they feel that bowing to this group is going to financially be the best option for them. I think that we are going to see a pushback to this very soon. I think it's going to be the exact opposite. I think now we're getting to a point where you are going to make a lot more people mad than you are had you just done nothing in response to this group. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is going to just be the start. Maybe now, I don't know, Xbox or the Epic Games Store. Maybe they're all going to do this same exact thing. Maybe GTA 6 will never come out, folks. Okay, I mean, I'm kidding about that. Let's not be ridiculous. But going forward, will things get worse before it gets better? I don't know. We will just have to see.